Hey, Kyle Colbert here, and I'm here with my dad, Dr. Don Colbert. Now, today we're going to be talking about a pretty controversial topic. And I don't know, it's controversial for me.
Well, it's coffee. So many people love coffee, America's beverage of choice for so many.
Well, we wake up every morning. You know, I'm an espresso guy, but we're really coffee and espresso is what we're talking about.
Right.
And so tell us about, because during this detox, there's only so many foods. So are you going to take coffee away?
I'm not going to take coffee away, but we're going to get you on the right kind of coffee.
Well, tell us about this, and this really is new research.
Right. Well, first of all, we know that coffee has some powerful antioxidants in it, such as polyphenols, that protects the brain, protects the blood vessels. It's just so healthy as an antioxidant. But so many coffees contain mycotoxins or mold toxins. Now you say, well, what's the deal with mold toxins? Mold toxins can affect certain people very profoundly. It can trigger brain fog, severe fatigue, diarrhea, GI upset. And so again, about 25% of the people are highly sensitive to these mold toxins. And there's a genetic test we do to check these people, but most people don't know, and most doctors never do the testing. Dr. Richie Shoemaker is one of the world's expert in mold, and especially in a condition called CIRS, which is chronic inflammatory response syndrome due to mold toxins, mainly from water-damaged buildings. And I've been to one of his seminars, and it was amazing the information they've compiled. But what I'm seeing is certain foods contain quite a bit of these mold toxins that are affecting people adversely, and we need to identify these foods and minimize them or eliminate them.
The good thing is we do have an answer, and we do have some recommended coffees that do not contain this mold. But tell us, what kind of...
Well, most every coffee has some mold toxins or mycotoxins, but we want to minimize these toxins.
And I think that that's important because there is a legal limit. The government agencies do have a legal limit to how much mold toxins can be in the coffee.
Sure.
And these commercial store brands aren't exceeding that limit, but you're saying people are so sensitive to it.
Some people. Now, not everyone. If you drink coffee and you have no brain fog or fatigue or GI upset or diarrhea or rumbling in your GI tract, then you probably aren't sensitive. You can handle it. Some people have strong constitutions. They can have anything. It's not going to hurt them. Or they have tremendously strong livers and GI tracts, and they can do anything. But other people are highly sensitive to the mold toxins.
And what percentage of coffee would you say contains higher amounts of these mold toxins?
Well, anywhere from about 62 to 96% of coffees. It's just a very high amount. Now, if you roast the coffee, you lower the amount of mold toxins in the coffee. So roasted coffee is better.
Tell us about decaf coffees, because...
Decaf coffee generally has more mold toxins in it than regular coffee. The caffeine in the coffee literally helps to prevent the fungus from growing and the mold toxins.
Now, what about countries? Because a lot of people buy their coffee based on countries. What countries are you finding have the most mold toxins?
Well, it's interesting is when you take coffees from a variety of countries and mix them together, they generally have more mold toxins, such as Arabica beans from Africa with Colombian beans with Central American beans. When you mix those together, they generally have more mold toxin in them. Whereas they found that coffees from Central America, like Guatemala, Honduras, these types of countries will generally have less mold toxins. They call them single source country coffees that come from single sources instead of multiple sources.
Okay, so if we go to our local Starbucks or local restaurant, what are the chances that they are doing multiple source coffee beans?
That most of them do that. Okay. Most of them. So again, there's Dave Asprey is a very amazing researcher who has researched these coffee beans over the years, and he has found the coffee beans with the lowest amount of mold toxins. And he calls it bulletproof coffee, because what he does is he takes these powerful coffee beans with minimal mold and he combines it with two ingredients that I'll share later, and he makes this bulletproof coffee that literally enables you to focus. It gives you tremendous mental energy, stamina, and it takes away your appetite.
Because we are doing this detox and our goal is for people to be restored in their health, we have put a link below the video that we found on the internet that this gentleman is selling. and this doctor and this Bulletproof coffee.
Well, he's not a doctor. He has a team of researchers that are amazing.
And if you click the link below, it's going to direct you right to the site to where you can purchase it. So fascinating information.
It really is.
So we can continue drinking coffee?
Yes, coffee is great to help your body detox, and it has these powerful polyphenols, but not excessive coffee. If you're drinking coffee so much you're jittery and nervous and can't sleep, no, you're drinking way too much. And please don't drink coffee after 3 p.m. It can interfere with your sleep.
Okay, wonderful.
So minimize it, 1 to 2 cups, that's it.
Okay, so ultimately, single source coffee from a single country.
Roasted.
Right. Try and stay away from decaf. That's got higher tox. You know what's fascinating is when we were talking, you said that a lot of the coffee that's shipped to the EU, because they have stricter regulations, they don't pass their regulations for toxins, so they redirect it to the U.S.
See, they test for generally two different mold toxins in Europe, the European Union. So the coffee that does not meet their criteria, it has excessive mold toxins, they ship back to the U.S.
Unbelievable.
Isn't that amazing?
So we're getting what doesn't pass in the EU.
Right.
Okay, it's good. Click the link below. Get this gentleman's coffee or single source, roast it.
Right. And listen, here's the key. After drinking coffee, if you have brain fog, fatigue, stomach upset, generally it has mold toxins, or you're probably a patient that's sensitive to mold toxins. That's how you'll usually know.
On the next video, we're going to because I'm drinking coffee right now, Bulletproof coffee. Good. We are going to show you how to optimize your coffee, because this is pretty powerful too.
It really is.
So stay with us. Remember, the detox to restore, rebuild, and renew your health. Thanks, Dad.